Oh my goodness, could it be? Are we really back? Hold on, I just realized, I don't have my mic set up at all how I want it. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this in medias res, because this is good radio. Just listen to all the sounds of me moving the mic around. Beautiful. There we are. We're back. Oh my god. I took a bit longer of a hiatus than I thought I was going to take. I knew I was going to take a break from Mon Bazou because, I talk about it pretty frequently here on stream. I'm a pretty big Final Fantasy 14 guy. And specifically, I'm part of that Eurekan community that does the adventuring forays, a very, specific and kind of mass group dedicated sort of form of content. And we got a new one. There's been a new adventuring foray, and I've just been going nuts, having a grand old time. It's called Occult Crescent. It's wonderful. Excellent job, Square Enix. You did a really good job on this one. Having a great time. And I've been taking some stabs at the raid. It's called Forked Tower Blood, and my group's doing good. We're having our struggles. We got our share of woes. There's some challenges. There's some people, pointing some fire cones where they're not supposed to. There's some towers getting missed here and there. There's problems. There's people blowing everyone else the fuck up and killing everyone. But, I mean, what are you going to do? It's prog. This shit happens. It's all good in the hood. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. So, looking forward to that. We're going to take a couple more stabs at that later tonight. But we're, before we get too sidetracked with all that stuff, we're just going to get right back into it. I did rewatch episode 17 like a couple days ago, so I kind of remember where we are, but I didn't brush up on it right before stream. I know we got a lot of chores. I know there's a lot of choring. But before we get right into that, I actually just wanted to take a second here to tab out to Steam to show you. You can see on Steam here, we got, oh my god, it's a little bit of bad news, a little bit of good news. I mean, so the bad news is that, Santa Goat really wanted to have 1.0 done in the summer. And the bad news is that it's being pushed to Christmas. But the good news is that he's feeling pretty confident that Christmas is gonna happen. Which would be really fitting for a developer named Santa Goat, and I think that's kind of cute. And then we're getting a little sneak peek. What's this? We got a little cool ass boat here. And is this a fishing pole? A fishing pole with a bucket, and then just a live fish hanging out. And has this lighthouse always been out here on this island over here? I don't know. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. But it looks like we're gonna have some new aquatic features in 1.0. So at the very least, if I wrap up with my series before 1.0 comes out in Christmas, which who knows, at the rate we're going, it just depends. If I keep on the grind, I'm probably going to finish with the series before Christmas. But no matter what, if 1.0 comes out, whenever it does come out, I'll come back to Mon Bazou. We'll look at the new content. We'll have a good old time. So yeah, I mean, that's all I wanted to show you. Just kind of like, hey, cool stuff on the horizon. Who knows? There's our beautiful piece of shit. Okay. So yeah, I got about an hour-ish, something like that. I gotta go get frozen yogurt with the love of my life. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time. Oh man, I just see my friends logging into Final Fantasy 14 right now, and I want you to know I'm fighting an urge. I have half the mind to just pause the episode right here, delete the VOD so no one knows it ever happened, and be like, oh, well, maybe I'll go play a little bit more of that Occult Crescent with my friends. But no. You know what's more important than playing Occult Crescent and having fun with your friends? Doing fake chores. Doing fake chores in a virtual Canada where nothing really truly matters at the end of the day. But you know what? Same as it ever was, right? Just like it would be in Final Fantasy 14. None of the shit I do in there matters either. I just do it different, It's night. No, it's not night. It's early morning. It's 3:30. There are chores. Primary needs look good. I could skip today. Is that a good use of time? There's like everything to do, right? Yeah, yeah, there is everything to do. What is going on out here? We got some infested fucking shit out there, huh? Let's just get the sun back. I'm thinking that's the play. Hold on. How's the generator looking, first of all? It's fine. It's not like the world's best. We need a left tail light. Ooh, are you impressed I remembered that? Are you impressed I remembered that we need a left tail light? An OEM Koenig left tail light. Yeah, that's right. I got a pretty good memory. I didn't brush up on the, like I said, last time I watched episode 17 was like, it was like 4 or 5 days ago. And I'm actually a little bit impressed with myself that I immediately just right off the jump, mined like a razor. I was like, hell yeah, dude, we got to get that left tail light. Let's wrangle the plants, and we'll replant the plants when we plant them with our plant stuff. And then we'll go do that over there, the whole deal at this point. Cannabis bucket, I think I'm going to just pick all the ones I can pick before I do all my watering. And then we'll probably be at about 4 big packs, which is one short of our planned 5 big pack delivery. And then the next time we make a big pack delivery, it'll be another 6. God, how do I remember all this shit? I mean, not to fucking suck myself off too much or anything like that, but like, damn, dude, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool that. All right, I'll shut up now. I'm just kind of, making a big deal out of myself over shit that doesn't really matter. I got a lot of 99s, which is equal parts, exciting and anticipation, and also frustrating in that why can't they be done now, bro? I want them to be done now. Also, I have no idea where those seeds are. I did not keep track of where the seeds went on the ground. So we'll just have to dig through all the pot plants for that. I don't think the kids really say pot anymore. I'm not that old. I'm pretty old. I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. That's for sure. I'm in my early 30s. And like, I don't know, I feel like we said pot a lot when come to now that I'm thinking about it, well, I guess when I'm a kid, even pot was even kind of an old man term when I was a kid too, now that I think about it. So I think the actual answer is just I've never been cool. I think the actual answer is just that I've always kind of been, I've always kind of talked a little bit like an old man. And I think that part of the reason why that's true is that, I spent a decent amount of time hanging out with people who were older than me when I was a little guy. And especially when I was an adolescent, I just saw those seeds just a second ago. They're laying somewhere. Oh, they're there. Especially when I was an adolescent, I made some pretty formative friendships with some guys that were, a couple decades older than me. And I think that's good. I honestly, I look back on that experience as being so important for me, that I really do think that, healthy, responsible, no fucking weirdo sicko groomer shit. You know what I mean? I'm not advocating for anything like that, but it's totally normal to have some friends that are older than you and have a different perspective on life. And, I think that there's a lot to be learned from just having people in your life that have a little bit more experience, know what the hell's going on. And I think it can also be fun. It can be mutually beneficial. It can be good for them too, to have someone in their life who's got a little bit more of a youthful kind of young perspective on what's going on. Cause it keeps them humble. You know what I mean? It reminds them that hey, fuck you, old man. You're not that cool anymore. And also B, this is how you were. Having a young person in your life just kind of reminds you that we all kind of come from the same sort of stuff, so stay humble, we're all kind of working with the same sort of shit. Um, it's fun, you know, it's fun. I think something that God, I'm gonna go on some boring diatribe about society, but I think something that we're kind of missing in society right now is I feel like historically there were a lot more opportunities for I don't know if they're having this problem so much in the rest of the world, but where I am at least in the quote unquote West, you know, in America, I think there used to be a lot of opportunities for, you know, the community to come together and for people to really deal with each other socially in a really deeply like intergenerational way. You know, it used to be that like intergenerational housing was really normal, you know. Grandma and grandpa lived either with you or really nearby. Your aunts and uncles either lived with you or nearby. So you just had a lot of different people from a lot of different stages of life kind of doing their thing, right? And I don't know, I think we're missing something not having that anymore because I think everyone's got something important to contribute to this whole human experience thing that we got going on here. And there's really only so much you can learn on your own, you know? You need other people around you dealing with other shit to kind of keep you plugged into the wider sample size of what the whole human experience is like. You can't possibly experience it all yourself. So I don't know. That's my dumb rant. I don't know if it even meant anything. I might have literally just been rambling about nothing, but those are my gut feelings. Now you get to feel them. But anyways, I talk like a fucking idiot because you know, when I was like fucking 19, 20, like I knew some like 50-year-old dudes that I hung out with a lot, and you know, they were cool guys. I liked them. I really valued those friendships. I've fallen out of touch with pretty much all of them, but you know, that's just because I moved and shit happens. And that's another thing too, is that like, that's good too. Don't get me wrong. It's good to hold on to friendships like your whole life. That's fine. In fact, that's not even just fine. That's good. I have friendships I've held on to my whole life. Some of my oldest friends, I'm very, very lucky because I know that my experience is way outside of the norm. But I have a friend that I keep in contact with regularly, and I've known her since she was in the first grade. And then I have another friend that I literally went to third grade with. And, you know, like I said, I'm in my early 30s now. So, oh no, I accidentally killed that plant. Oopsie daisy. I'm in my early 30s now. So that was quite a long time ago. And yeah, we're still hanging out. I see these mofos almost every day, and it's cool. But it's also healthy and normal and totally within the expected range of human experience to just kind of like, for whatever reason, you know, outgrow a friendship with someone. And not even necessarily because you don't like each other anymore, or you're not good friends with each other, or you wouldn't be compatible friendship-wise with each other, and just because you're doing other shit in your life now, you know? That's normal. And that's good. It's good because it means you're growing as a person, you're changing as a person, you're moving on, you're doing other stuff. 98%, god damn, motherfucker. God damn, 98%. All right, we got to get our ass out to the fucking, you know, the thing with the thing and the thing where we're doing it, and we should maybe load up all the scrap? Question mark? I don't know. Let's not do that because we got to head into town for gas anyway, and I feel like if we're going to go into town for gas, we should probably take a barrel or two of syrup. I don't remember exactly, but I feel like syrup production hasn't exactly been our number one priority as of late. And, like, I mean, we should deliver at least a barrel or two of syrup, you know? Like, we should keep the money flowing. And, yeah, we don't even really have firewood cut or anything. Like, it's not looking great around here. So, I mean, we might even be able to load the scrap and the barrel, since it doesn't look like there's really going to be all that many. Which would probably be the ideal, to be honest, is I'd imagine we'd take the scrap first. No, we'd drop the barrel off first, right? Just pine. All we got is pine, which is a bummer, because once again, a continuing theme as of late is that's going to lend to a bit of inefficiency in the whole maple syrup production department. But hey, look, we got one piece of maple there. Ooh, we have another right there. So 2 pieces will burn kind of long. That's nice. And then 2 pieces will burn kind of short, and that's not so nice. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Get that going. And honestly, dude, I think we're just gonna, because this is gonna be full as hell, because we haven't been really doing the whole maple thing lately. I think we're literally just gonna go for it. You know, we need gas. We ought to go see if we can deal with all that scrap. We'll buy a tail light. We can make another delivery of scrap parts to the scrap Koenig. Maybe we can get that up and running and drive that back. That could be kind of nice. Could be kind of nice. I feel like we should lay these kind of this way. Whatever. If, you know, honestly, if we miss a fucking... If we drop an old leaf spring on the ground, it's okay. You know, we're probably only missing out on like $30 or some shit. So really we're doing this to clean up and also make a little scratch on the side. We're not really doing this because it's imperative. If we drop something, I mean, we'll stop if we notice and if it's convenient. But if we drop something and it's not convenient, then fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. We can throw some of this Koenig stuff in the cab because we're going to be swinging by, right? So we may as well. We may as well. And I'm starting to think with frickin' how those gosh darn pine logs burn, that at this point it's starting to feel like, well, we may as well just head back to the frickin' sugar shack. Load a couple more pine in and get our ass out of here. How much money we got? 400 bones? We got 400 bones. Have a transmission, why not? Have a transmission. Happy Pride, am I right, gamers? Hell yeah. Man, we just got all this shit. We just got all the stuff, don't we, huh? I think we already took the engine down there and everything. What are we missing? Are we missing anything? Do we have a fully functioning vehicle? This is for the scrap Koenig. Don't scrap this. That'll probably stay. That'll maybe stay. I don't know. Gosh, now with all this stuff, I'm starting to think like, oh man, we should go to the scrapyard first. Unload all this shit. And I don't think we have a ranch down there, so we should take a ranch. Take a frickin' ranch down there, brother. We don't need any of this stuff. We don't need any of that stuff. We don't even that stuff. I don't remember if the tire pump is down there. So we're just going to err on the side of let's just bring a tire pump down there. And I don't really want to drive this truck off-road, but I do want to check the sugar shack. I don't think we need any of this shit. I'll be really eating my wow, we even have even more wheel bearings. I'll be really eating my words if it turns out we do need any of this shit. Oh god, this exhaust pipe is not gonna that'll maybe work. We're just gonna walk to the sugar shack and back real quick. It looks like it's still on, which is nice. Oh, hey, look, we can pick up a log and take a log with us. How nice. There's some birch over there. We really went to town on thinning out the forest here, which is good. It's good. I'm glad. We're making some long-term plans here that are really gonna. Hey, look, we got a little maple log right here, and a birch log is about the best we can do. So we'll just do this. Keep the furnace going for as long as we can. I was not thinking when I put this big pile here. I mean, I did the best. Oh, this is pine. Ugh, yuck. I did the best I could, you know, whatever. I mean, if I used a little more forethought, I maybe could have arranged this all a little better. But you know what? I used 5 thought, and 5 thought is, well, I'm operating on an entirely different time scale than you could possibly comprehend. So I don't even feel like explaining it to you, really, because I just don't think you would get it. And that's fine. It's okay. You know, not everyone has to get everything. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma and all that. So, you know, basically what I'm trying to say is I'm pretty freaking cool. We're just going to overload it like usual. That looks good. Yeah, that's going to be... Hey, another barrel? Maybe I can walk back with a barrel in my hands. I sure can. Wow, the reservoir is at exactly 0, too, which means this barrel literally just finished in this instant, which is pretty cool. That's on. We'll walk back with this. God, we're going to have so much stuff in the truck. Oh, man, and we're definitely going to the scrapyard first because that'll unload most of the stuff in the truck, and I'm worried about Well, but see, here's the thing, though. The thing about it, No, just kidding. Don't worry about it. What I was going to say, I won't edge you. I'll let you know what I was going to think instead of just saying, no, never mind. But what I was thinking at the time is I was thinking, well, you know, I mean, we might have to go get some more car parts. So maybe we should head into town first. Everything just immediately rolls all over the cabin. I mean, look at that barrel. Oh, look at all that stuff back there. We're just going to try to do our best. I was thinking maybe we head into town first and, you know, we might want to get that tail light. And maybe we even need other car parts. But if we do need other car parts, which I don't think we did, because I'm pretty sure we made a notepad and a list and everything, and I'm pretty sure we bought everything on the list that we need and all that jazz. But, you know, the taillight's not important for us getting the car drivable, right? Like, we don't need a left taillight. You see how slow and, like, careful and plodding I am going around this corner? The real nasty part, I have confidence I can get all the stuff here to this off-road part. This is not a big deal. This part, taking this turn down here, this is officially where it gets into, like, we might just have to limp along. Look, my foot's not even on the gas. We're just coasting down. I'm tapping the brake. Because it gets pretty, like, the turns get quite an incline to them here. And it gets bumpy. There's whoops and jumps and everything. So we're just going to frickin' chill, dude. We're just going to frickin' chill. And, like, here's where a lot of the whoops are. You can see here's the first one. Uh-huh. Here's the second one. I'm taking them at an angle. Uh-huh. Nice. Keep looking up at that rear view mirror. Bumpy terrain here. Couple angled turns. Just driving like an elderly person. I'm starting to have confidence we're going to get there with all the shit, though, at this point. Because I feel like we've gotten through the worst of it. Especially if we keep taking it at this pace. And we're almost there. Excellent. Just head around this turn here. Oh my god, maple syrup. Why didn't one of you tell me? Are we gonna die? Ah, jeez. Alright, speed unload, and then fuck. We gotta get to the gas station, because I don't think I have any emergency maple syrup with me, because I'm a fool. Okay, I'm a fool. We'll leave all the stuff back there for now. Let's just right onto the floor, dude. Speed unload. No, not that. Oh, God. Right onto the floor. Boom. 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 No! Stop! You fucking motherfucker! I don't want to sit! But I'm clicking as fast as I can, so I'm doing misinputs. No! I'm gonna lose my mind! I mean, I have a decent amount of time. I shouldn't panic as much as I'm panicking. Like, I think if I just work at a steady pace, especially considering that, like, where I am at geographically, I'm gonna lose my mind, dude. Stop sitting in this fucking seat, please. Where I'm at geographically is pretty close to the gas station. So, like, it's gonna be fine, I'm sure. I just really... What if I just move it while I'm sitting? That way I can't sit anymore. That looks like everything over here. Now, don't lose that. Now, hopefully I won't sit in the seat when I try to move it out that way. Gaming strats. Follow for more gaming strats. Yeah. Okay. Scrap. We have time. We have time. We have time. We have time. And then we're pretty close to gas station. And then we'll just haul. I can't help but notice that the tires didn't scrap. Oh my god. Brother. Oh, right. We have to click on the sign to scrap stuff. That's right. That's right. That's right. If we die out here, it's not going to be the end of the world. But I obviously really don't want to die. I'd rather live. Living is preferable to death. And you know what? We're also going to have to limp the car out of here a little bit. Because we will lose a barrel or two on those whoops. Scrapping. 244 bones. Alright, brother. Let's do this. Damn, I would have liked to look at the scrap Kunik and see what it needs. Why am I not rolling around with an emergency maple syrup bottle? Am I dumb? I'm a little dumb for that. We're going for broke on this one. Woo! Still got him. Still got the barrels. This is where you'll lose them right here, is with these bumpy parts. I know from experience. So we're just going to take it a little A little safe right here for a second, and then we're going to haul ass again. Yes, 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 yes. I know, I know, I know. Okay, cool. We didn't lose him. Hauling ass again. Still got him. Still got him. We still got him. I think we're going to do it. No cop, no stop. Sure doesn't look like there's a cop. All right. Fourth gear. As fast as this little guy can go. We're just drifting into victory right here. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy. You ever just sprint into a gas station, slam 2 bottles of maple syrup, buy another 3 because you bought the 3rd one on accident just now. Just throw them in your truck. Oh man, Canadian life. I don't know if I'm cut out for Canadian life, you guys. I don't know if I could do this. This is tough. This is tough. It's easier up here in the States where we just have to eat, you know, like burgers and shit all day. Where we just have burgers and... I don't know. You comment your favorite American stereotype below. Be nice! Be nice, please. I know everything's horrible right now. I know. Everything's horrible, but that doesn't mean you and I have to be. I want to get along with you, and, you know, I hate all the horrible stuff, too. You know? Ah! Shit. We're drifting. You see that? We're just drifting all over the place. Gas, gas, gas. Oh, hey, you know, that's a pretty good... Isn't that on the Initial D soundtrack? We should get poutine, too, while we're here. We'll drop off the 2 barrels. And you know what? I think we're getting a left tail light. Isn't that something? Bam. Bam again. Eric, hi. I mean, we can get lids. I don't even know. Do we need anything? We don't really care about... We're so close to being done with all the friendship shit. Really? Like, we don't even really care anymore, but it just feels wrong to not get anything. I'm sure there might have been others. I mean, if we do like a big tree plug-in, you know, endeavor, we'll need all sorts of stuff from there, but I just feel like, you know, attention-wise, we're thinking about other stuff right now. We got the hatchback, we got the scrap Koenig, we got the off-road Koenig. We haven't even started winning any of the races, which I'd like to do soon, because it's fun to drive the cars for fun. You know, the cars we work so hard on. It's easy to get caught up in the chores. And don't get me wrong, I love the chores too. Chores are fun. But always remember what you're doing chores for. And that's advice for life too. Left tail light, motherfucker. They're over here, aren't they? Yep. think I'm going to make the Scrap Koenig cream. You know, it might already be cream now that I'm thinking about it. I think it's probably already cream. Yeah, and I'm just looking at all this other stuff, and I think it's fine. I think it has suspension. It's just rusted. I don't think it has any of its body panels or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just... And look, this is still here. I'm going to pick it up and set it down. Maybe that'll reset the timer on it. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I think it's already cream, but we're just going to chill. We're going to let it rock for now. Just going to let it rock. We got our left tail light. There it is. Let's do a little syrup in, huh? That makes sense. I did come in at that trajectory and do the things I did, so that does make sense to me. Man, this thing handles so much better with just some new tires, some brakes, some suspension. Whoa, he says drifting very dangerously close to the edge right there. But hey, it recovered. I got traction. I corrected. Like, it was fine. And we hauled ass. Woohoo! We hauled ass pretty much the entire time in fourth gear there. Oh, no, you know what? We want to go check the Sugar Shack. Let's do that. Yeah, I had a feeling we weren't going to be on anymore. That's fine. Oh, that's fine. But hey, I got gas, means I can fill up the log splitter. Whoa, the log splitter is full. This whole time I've been I mean, I should try to conserve gas in the log splitter all the time. But this whole time I've been really babying the log splitter because I've been operating under the assumption that this thing's like almost out of fuel. But dude, this thing's nearly full this whole time. We'll just feed some logs in here. And they'll be split. I'm going to try to clear like a path to the window, to the wall, so I can throw the firewood. I can't make a rhyme. I'm sorry. Anyway, you win some, you lose some. That's how I feel. You win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose a lot. The good news is that most of the stuff you lose doesn't really matter. And pretty much all the stuff you win is important because it feels good. That's not true. I'm joking. But one thing's for sure, and that is that mindless Mon Bazou is the most important thing in anyone's life, including you, dear viewer. I mean, not only is it the most important thing in my life, which is why I've prioritized it, and I definitely didn't go on hiatus and do other stuff for like a week. Actually, I think it was longer. I think it was like 2 weeks. I thought I was going to be gone for like 4 days. I'm pretty sure I was gone straight up like 2 weeks. But anyways, not only is this the most important thing in my life, which is why, like I just said, I prioritize it at every opportunity. But dear viewer, you should as well, because this is definitely. I mean, what's better than this? What's better than watching me click on pieces of firewood one at a time and pass them through this wall? Is there anything better than this? I can't wait to start my summer car on stream. I know I've mentioned it before in this series, but it seems like it's going to be this game, but just like so much more annoying. And I'm like looking forward to that in a very, very deep way. I'm kind of thinking I'll play some of my other favorite games on stream. Like maybe we'll do some really crappy StarCraft skirmishes. You can really see how bad I am. Or maybe we'll do some Dark Souls. You know, I love that dang old Dark Souls. Doesn't it feel like most men my age are just obsessed with Dark Souls? I feel like every early 30s dude who's even vaguely into video games, it's like either you're like a shooter guy, or maybe you're one of the Destiny boys. I know some Destiny boys in my age group. Or you're Dark Souls, that's a big one. I don't know. Comment with more dumb things men like. Be nice. Golly, is there even anything to do while we wait for this to finish? I mean, we had a lot of there's a lot of weed that was at like 90, 100, blah 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 blah. We could just drive over there, deal with that, come back. It'll probably be time to load the furnace again. Really try to work through this whole reservoir tonight, because I mean, syrup has just not been a priority in our life lately, and you know, you do got to keep making the money. You do. It's important, you know, take a little time out for fun, but you do also have to keep making the money so you can keep having the fun, right? Potatoes, some of them are really close. One of them's done. We'll just pour in there. Pour in there. We'll yoink this one. Whoa. Whoa, we went up a potato. Insane. Crazy. Is this allowed? I'm gonna, for the entire stream, I'm gonna just keep making a big deal about this. You'll never hear me shut up about, whoa, potatoes, they take so long, blah, 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 blah. It's gonna be annoying. You're gonna hate it forever. I know there's cannabis out there that's ready. We should go grab it rather than doing this. That's not that important. Still a lot of 90s. A lot of 90s. That actually was not really that much cannabis ready. I thought there was going to be quite a bit more cannabis ready than that. But that's okay. It doesn't really, it's all good. We're trucking. You know, I bet the generator is running really low, come to think of it. Yeah. Top this guy up. And then we'll go back out to the sugar shack. All right. Still smoking, which is a good sign. Are there any logs or anything in the lost receptacle? No. Alright, cool. Probably kind of low. Yep. So we'll just keep throwing. Really slurred the word there, didn't I? Throwing. We'll just keep throwing. Some firewood right there. Got a barrel. Oh, you know what? I didn't pick up my old... I must have a bunch of barrels at the Federation. Because I'm running out of them over here. Which can only really mean one thing. And that's that there's a bunch of barrels that are still out in circulation. Drink from the evaporator. Oh, we're chewing through it a little bit. More boring chores. We'll go chop up all those fries. Chop it up. I love that little jump you can do right there. I wonder if you drive through your plants, does it fuck them up? I hope not, because I'm going to do it one day. One day, it's going to be an accident. I'm just going to do it. We talk about it a lot, but because I love repeating myself, French fries, you know, they're not really like the world's best income or anything, but they're a thing you may do. Things you can do, some can't be done. Am I right? Leave a. I feel like my gag this episode is just asking people to leave comments for everything. Leave a comment if you understood that reference. To the fridge with you. I bet you there's spoiled poutine in here. Is there? No. No, there's not. We're just chilling. We're chilling on that. It could be sleepy sleep time, but I'd kind of like to reload the dangle reservoir a little bit. How we doing? God. Still so much syrup to process. This could be an opportunity to put fast nights on for a little bit. Because all we're really doing here is we're just kind of waiting for this to fly by. We don't have anything else to do tonight. We're not seeing the carboys. We're just kind of tending the furnace before we go to bed. So why not make it go 3 times as fast, right? We're still in the green range. I do like that this option exists. The ability to make the time go by a little quicker at night. Because situations like this will still happen where we just don't really have. Yeah. I know. I'm tired. I get it. Uh-huh. And yeah, you can see that that's already making that go by quite a bit quicker. We're going to be standing around here at the furnace literally 3 times less, which is, well, is 3 times less. Is that really an intuitive way to say that? So should I say a third of the time? Because it's not really 3 times anything. Right? It's more like 3 divide. So I guess a third of the time makes more sense. Maybe this is what the rest of the stream should be about. Should we play back every sentence I've ever said on stream, and then we can kind of put our heads together and kind of analyze a better way to say each sentence? Maybe that's the way. Maybe that's the play. Maybe we'll do mindful Mon Bazou, where instead we're very selective of our diction. I don't know. I mean, that just seems like it could be worthwhile. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't know. Maybe this is actually like a class for a communications major. Maybe you can get your gen ed speech requirement done by doing this class with me. We just go about, we talk about all the components of good diction, keeping in mind your audience, the different, we can go over ethos and logos and pathos and all that shit. We're going to go off fast nights because I am getting quite tired at this point. I'm worried about suddenly dropping dead from exhaustion. And this is low enough. It's okay. Yeah. My guy's really yawning. I think we'll just put a little birch in it. Put a birch in it and call it a day. And I'll leave the barrels here because fuck it. I'm going to be back in the morning anyway. Load them then. Why even risk dumping them? This way I can kind of drive a little bit like an asshole. I'm really getting pretty good at aiming that jump just so. A pest. Any others? A pest. All right. To sleepy sleep. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to be a save and quit from me here. God. Okay, we'll water the plants and then it'll be like a save and quit sort of situation. No. How it's going to be actually is we're going to water the plants. We're going to pick the plants. Then we're going to turn the furnace on. Then it's going to be a save and quit situation. That'll be probably the optimum usage of the time skip that happens every time you save. Always got to keep that in mind. That some hours are going to go by whether you want them to or not when you save and quit. And it's really truly not a big deal if you're not using every single second of your time as well as you possibly can. I talk about it a lot, so I'm sorry to be a broken record here, but You know, I just try to squeeze every little bit of usefulness out of the day here because that's what's fun to me. But it's important to keep it fun. You know, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it unless overthinking it is fun. Once overthinking it stops being fun, ooh, we didn't water those. Once overthinking it stops being fun, just chill. Take a step back. 92. Yeah, 92 and a whole bunch of plants are ready to pick, so we are going to have to stop and roll for a second. That's a lot of weed. That's enough weed that next time we'll do our big delivery. Looks like. Next time we play. Wow, 6. That weed production, it scales. It scales really well, doesn't it? We got a tater. We'll grab a tater. Got 3 taters to grab. Then we got a whole bunch of planting to do. Up 2 on potatoes. Real quick. Let's just get this middle row since it was not gotten very well. And then I'm just going to guess right off the bat that we're going to need like 1, 2. I did not dig these very well. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just going to go for broke. Whatever. We're probably not filling all that, but 27 seeds. God damn. Oh my god. We are filling all that. That was 1 short, actually. Holy moly. Holy moly. Wow. Look upon my cannabis empire. In despair. That is a lot of pot. Get out of my fucking life. Ay, ay, ay. Alrighty. Turn the furnace on. Save and quit. Pick it up next time. Weed production keeps going like this, and I don't know. We might just meet the dealers next episode. Well, do we have anything better than pine? Little birch. I mean, if we're going to pass all these hours, you know. Little birch. Little birch. It's kind of fun to say. A little birch. A little birch. Poor Birch will do it. Oh, and I do have the portable console on me. Hey-o. So we'll literally save standing right here. Thank you for coming to Mindless Bazou. It was good to get back into the swing of things. I know it's kind of a shorter episode, but, you know, we're just, we're getting back into it. If you're doing something fun right now, I hope you keep doing something fun. If you're not doing something fun, then I hope it's over soon and that you get to do something fun after that. If that thing that is not very fun isn't going to be over soon, well, then I hope you hang in there. Remember, everything's impermanent. Everything ends, and that's a good thing. I appreciate you hanging out, having a good time. Mindless Bazou will return, and, you know, there'll probably be like syrup and cars and weed and all the other shit that's in this game. So look forward to that. Till next time, peace out.